Hey guys, I'm Jeremy. I've got a 2012 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited. Yesterday, my brother and I installed a new radio. We went with the AVH-2550NEX from Pioneer. In this video, I'm just going to real quickly show you what I had to buy to do the install, and then I'll take you out to the Jeep and actually show you some of the functionality. So let's take a look at what I had to buy. Alright, so this is all the stuff that I had to buy. So that's obviously the radio itself came in there. I had factory satellite radio in the Jeep already, so I had to buy this tuner, and that allows it to still work with a new radio. It's got a little box in it. It's also got an antenna, but if you have satellite radio already through the factory, then you can use that same antenna, but you need to purchase this, which is basically just a adapter to make it work with the new radio. You've also got these two things, which are wiring harnesses, and the Maestro here. This one here is basically what makes all your steering wheel controls work, and that's just your wiring harness stuff. This was the antenna adapter for just your regular radio antenna. I already threw the bag away. The only other thing not pictured here is you need to get the actual dash kit for the radio. We installed it yesterday, and I evidently already threw that away. But now I'll just take you out to the Jeep and show you some of the functionality. Alright guys, so I didn't mention it in the video. This is my Jeep here, but I also purchased a camera right here from Amazon. I'll put links in the descriptions for everything I purchased. But I wanted to go ahead and hook that up while I was doing the radio. And I actually wired the power into this light here. So I've got a toggle switch that controls this light. So whenever I turn that on, it'll allow the camera to work. Also, one of my neighbors is outside shooting guns right now. So if you hear that, that's what's going on there. Alright, let's go inside and take a look. Okay guys, now we'll go into some of the functionality of the radio. To start with, if you want your Apple CarPlay to work when you actually do the install, there's a USB port on the back of the radio that you'll need to plug into. Now the radio does come with a USB extender that you can use. So for us, when we did the install yesterday, we drilled a hole up here and just ran that USB cable through there. And then I've got the lightning cable plugged in, runs to the phone, which is on the 67 Designs mount. I just ordered a 6-inch cable to do away with all of that clutter up there. But now for the radio itself, once you're hooked in and everything, your CarPlay will work. Up here, that'll bring Siri up. Those are your volume buttons. That's your home screen button. This one changes between windows. You can cut your screen off there. So to start with, I'll show you if you want to do your sources. You hit this button in the corner. It pulls up all your sources that you have. You just kind of long press like you do on your phone if you want to move stuff around, and then you can put them up here. So these top 5 are what's showing on my home screen. So if I get out of here, those 5 are there. You can also drag this around. Everything up here is editable, so if you want to change the way it looks, you can drag stuff, make it bigger, smaller, all that good stuff. So I finally got mine how I like it there. I'll show you a little bit of the CarPlay real quick. So if you hit the CarPlay button, these are all your different apps right here. You've got 2 pages there. There's a few more that come on there already. There's like iHeartRadio and Spotify were on there. I don't use those, so I went ahead and took those off. If you want to modify what's on here or what it looks like, you don't actually do it on the radio. You do it on your iPhone. You go into your settings, general, and then there's a CarPlay section, and then so you can do stuff there. But this is really neat. You can just pull up your music. You can play from there, see what's coming up next. If you hit this button down here, it takes you back to the home screen of that. I've got Google Maps on here. So it's got the satellite view that you can do right there. So Apple CarPlay is really cool. You can do a lot of neat stuff with that. But there's videos that show a lot of this stuff already. So I didn't really want to talk about all the same stuff that's already out there. I want to talk about a couple of things that I didn't see in the review stuff before I bought mine. So the first thing, I told you about that front camera that I installed. There's a hookup for it in the back. I bought it for real cheap on Amazon. And I showed you the light that I hooked it to. So here's the controls here. So if I turn that bumper light on, now it'll activate in here. So I set the camera up right there. Now, when you hit the camera thing, it's going to default to the rear view camera, which I'll go ahead and put it in reverse so you can see that one. So there's the rear view camera. And take me back here. But if I hit the camera button again, so if you hit down here where it's got 1 and 2, that's going to show you the front camera there. And so Turn that on whenever. If I turn that bumper light off though, you'll notice it goes away because it's wired into that light, so that's pretty cool. Now the rear view camera I already had on the vehicle before I put any of this inside. I just had a connection for it too. The other thing that I thought was pretty neat is you plug into the vehicle OBD port down there at the bottom. So you got this vehicle information. So with this, you can see your speedometer, just basically all your different gauges. You can go into the settings there and you can select the different gauges that you want to use, whichever they are. So the center gauge, you can do those things. So that's pretty neat. There's also this car information screen, so that's showing my tires. I've got big off-road tires, so I keep PSI pretty low. Usually it's around 27. Yep, so that shows you all your vehicle information. I don't have this stuff where it'll work. But yeah, so if you want to go to satellite radio, once you get it hooked up and installed, you just hit it there. So that's the functionality that I'll show you on here. If there's anything else you want to know or see, I'll be happy to show that for you in another video. Thank you.